Okay, so I'm going to keep this quick with you guys. I'm going to keep it very quick here with each and every one of you since I've been asked about T-Mobile's 5G home internet and Minternet and all this different stuff. So I'm going to keep it for real. There is a lot of tricks you can do to make your ping stabilize with Mint's 5G home internet slash T-Mobile's home internet. I had both. I trialed run before I got Mint Mobile to see how good it is. If you're a basic streamer, okay, if you're a basic streamer like HBO Max, YouTube, and you're doing basic stuff, then yes, Minternet. And if you're doing basic uploading, yeah, Minternet's great. If you're doing cloud saves and whatnot and things like that, then yes, yes, it's you know it's going to be good for that. If you're gaming and you're a competitive gamer, this is not going to be for you. So like as you can see, we get into a game. So as you can see here, right? So see the ping, how it's climbing. I had to get up for a second. But as you can see, here's me running around in Fortnite. This is a prime example of where Minternet falls apart. Minternet 5G falls apart when it comes to gaming. Same with T-Mobile. It's the way they have their towers, the way they're constructed. Now, there is a video by Peter out there. I'll put a link down below. You can listen to what he has to say. I've tried that step that he was explaining and going into depth over and how to do it. And you have to pay for the no IP service. You can get a trial to see how it is, I believe. I think that's what I did. It's okay. You can buy a year. You can try it out. You can get the antenna for $600. You can run it like that and mount it and do all this different work. But is it worth it? And my answer is no. If you're just trying to set up something and you want something to work and just, do the things, then is it worth it? Probably not. You're just spending up front. It's a lot of money. A lot of people don't want to spend a lot of money. The reason you go to 5G home internet and the reason why you go to a straight talk 5G or you go to a US Cellular 5G home internet or you go over to any of the Verizon companies that do their own 5G home internet with their towers is because you're trying to save a buck. You're literally trying to save money. You're trying to, get good service without having to spend a lot of money. That's what that's about. You don't want to spend the Comcast or the fiber prices. You want to get and have good fast internet. But when you're gaming, it's just not it. You see it here. It's just not it. I've used a VPN. I've used several different VPNs. I've even tried the free stuff. I've even tried proxy changing of my proxies. I've tried doing the no IP stuff. And I still have the issues of high ping and yin lag. That's the other thing. Like Fortnite lags. If you're a competitive gamer and you're playing ranked and you're doing all the different things, it's not going to work. It falls apart. And it's the same thing with Starlink because Starlink is switching different satellites in live time. So ping may be good for like a minute and then it may be horrible. I also had Starlink and my HOA said I couldn't mount it on there and then I hear you can. It's just, look, I went back to Spectrum because it's solid, it still works, and I'm getting their promo for a year for gig speeds that I think it's like 40 up and like a gig down. I know it's not truly gig service, but it's better than nothing. And that's all we really get in my area in Palm Desert is just Spectrum, 5G from AT&T and T-Mobile because Verizon, forget about it. Verizon signals out here suck. And then it's Spectrum or it's Frontier in certain places. And then soon to be T-Mobile. Supposedly T-Mobile is going to be dropping fiber here. So I'm waiting on fiber. Fiber is the ultimate goal. But at the end of the day, let me keep it real here on this channel. If you're doing, I'll even switch over here. So as you guys could see, the ping, yes, it says 40, but it's not a stable 40 ping. Legacy should not be climbing to 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Sometimes I was getting 250. So, like, yeah, you could do all the fixes. Yes, you could buy all the freaking towers and cootie routers and a Huawei, clone routers. You can buy stuff that has X62's, Snapdragon chips in it and modified MediaTek cert things. You can go out and put your mid sim into a G5 and try to get the best speeds. But at the end of the day, when they promote it as gaming and they put it on the box, that's false advertising to me because there should be an asterisk there. In the best conditions, it's good for gaming. So that's just my personal opinion when it comes to Mint's 5G, Minternet, home internet gaming situation. 5G is never going to be good for gaming unless you're willing to spend a lot of money, unless you're willing to buy the best equipment with the best CPUs in it and the best modems in them. If you're using T-Mobile's, you got to do a lot of trickery within the Hint Control app to make that work. That is a third-party app that basically should not have to be, because T-Mobile should let you control their equipment the way you want to control it. And then on top of it, their Wi-Fi stuff that's baked into it, it's not good for multiple different devices because it shits the bed, and the modem and router just, even with the G4 and the G5, the SEs and the non-SEs, I had issues. I have a bunch of security cams and a bunch of other things that do Wi-Fi, and if you do more than like 5 devices, their modems just shit the bed. They crash, they freeze. So just keep that in mind. Again, I just don't want to waste your guys' time. I don't want to make this video too long because some of you say my videos have been too long. So as I say before, as always, make sure to rate, like, and subscribe. Hopefully this video found you well, and hopefully this was informational. But I was getting 950 down almost sometimes a gig, and then I was getting like 80 up. But the problem is, yeah, you can get all the good speed in the world, but it falls flat in gaming. It just does. If you're willing to spend the money, willing to go through all the shit, then cool, then go for it. But if you're not, then I would say Spectrum, stay with Spectrum, get consolidated options, or try to go out and see Starlink maybe works for you in your area. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.